the fact that GameStop is on a huge decline, and it's really, really disappointing. Even the other day, I was like driving past GameStop. I'm like, oh, I should stop in there, but I'm probably not gonna see anything worth buying / looking at. Because GameStop used to really be like an experience. Now it's more so just like, I don't know if I want to say money grab, but it's just not what it used to be. And it's really sad, right? Back in the day, you would go there for experience, right? So they had like the magazines, they had the little kiosks where you could play the games and stuff. And I don't know if it was just because I was younger or it just truly was better. My consensus from talking to, you know, older people, younger people, is just, it just used to be better, right? And even sometimes like they'll run sales that aren't even that good. And then they posted something on Instagram recently where it was like, you buy 3 used games under like $12 or something, and then you can like get one for free. So I don't know, but I know on the ad that they posted, they were saying you could buy like GTA 5 or something, but GTA 5 was over the price that they were talking about. So it was almost a little bit like false advertising, or they're just trying to get people in, and then when you go in, you can see, oh, I can't actually buy this game. They've been doing a lot of like catfishing in that way and just like slimy stuff. They had Game Informer, but then they sold it off, but luckily Game Informer is back now. I'm glad about that because I really like Game Informer, but they've just been doing some things that show that they are not actually for the players, and it's really sad to see. GameStop is like every other store now, and that's why I don't go in GameStop, because I could get the same thing probably cheaper at Walmart, you know? You know, sometimes you could get games for cheaper at Walmart or at different stores. I ran across this article and I was kind of confused. GameStop could pivot away from games to focus more on trading cards. You're gonna be a whole store for trading cards. Now, I know there's a niche for it, I know. But a whole store just for trading cards? Well, are you gonna call it something else now? Like, I don't get it. In a recent financial update, GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen stated that the company's future could be tied to trading cards. He stressed that the recent growth of the trading card market could be a lucrative revenue path for GameStop to follow, potentially suggesting a pivot away from the ever-dying stream made up of physical game sales. Cohen explained how trading cards represent a natural extension of GameStop's business, and said that the concept of cards fits with the company's long existing trade and model for the future of the company, suggesting that a vast portion of the business will pivot to accommodate the buying and selling of trading cards, such as the recent Pokemon sets that have taken the world by a rather unhealthy storm. He said if it's our trade and model, it appeals to our core customer base, and it's deeply embedded in physical retail, I guess. I mean, I do think that physical games are dying, but there's still very much an audience for it. So this is just kind of silly to me. It makes sense as the numbers are looking good for these highly sought out items in Q1. That's what's making me mad. They want the money. That's what it is. Because I mean, yeah, trading cards, they can go for a lot. Like sometimes I go to these used game stores to see what I can find, because I collect old games and stuff like that. Some of those cards do cost a lot of money, and if you're into like collecting stuff like that, I know some people invest a lot of money into that stuff, so you could tell they're really going after the money with this one. In Q1 2025, collectibles made up almost a third of GameStop's sales, while at the same time, hardware and software sales continue to drop exponentially. The shareholder call, also yielded a massive drop in shared revenue after the companies revealed an enormous bond sale worth almost $2 billion. GameStop's share value plummeted by 20% in a matter of hours, prompting concern. The news came just 2 weeks after GameStop invested $500 million in Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. Which is reportedly part of a new strategy that we're not entirely privy to. It's a similar story in the United Kingdom with Game, the main retailer for video games, winding down the sale of physical components, hardware, and software to focus on toys and knickknacks and trading cards. So instead of trying to kind of carve their own way in the physical space, they'd rather just go where the money is. That's basically where it is. So it's kind of sad to see. Sorry, this GameStop thing makes me mad because I was such a huge fan of GameStop. So it's just so sad to see that they are dwindling like this. I wish that they could come up with something. Now, I'm not a store owner, obviously. I just feel like they could do something to pull people back in, even if it is like having some kind of specials to get people in to buy digital codes. Or I mean, I'm not a fan of digital, I think I make that pretty clear, but they could do something like maybe have GameStop be more of an experience again, and not just you walk in, there's a rack of games for higher than where you could get somewhere else, you know, and you just walk in, walk out. I mean, they have merch there, but it's like the merch is really expensive now. Like a shirt's like $20 to $30. Like, it's just not worth it, especially in today's economy. I think they're working backwards. I feel like they want to make more money, so they're trying to sell stuff that's more expensive when it should be the other way around. I think they'd have more luck if they cheaped out a little bit, and that's just my opinion. If you guys have other opinions, let me know. But I think they really need to do better, because I really want to see GameStop make a comeback. I love physical games. I would love to be able to go into a GameStop and play like demos of the new games or something like that again, because I walk in there and the only thing I see now is maybe a Nintendo kiosk. Sometimes they'll have like a PlayStation 1, and half the time they don't even work. Like, don't make me mad. Like, see, this is probably the most heated I've ever got on this live. I'm so irritated. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't have to like not do trading cards. I think they still could do trading cards, but it's like, don't get rid of the games, you know? Like, why are they giving up on games? I mean, gaming is bigger than it's ever been. I think they could bring people back if they wanted to. They're doing these stupid sales that's like buy two, get one free, or buy two used games, get one free, or whatever, and then usually they're not even good games anyway, or they're trying to sell you on like the protection plan or whatever, which I'm so sick of stores like trying to like upsell you and stuff like that. It's just, it sucks. And then they don't even pay their employees at all. I think I talked about this on my live. This one guy came out and like was talking about how bad it is to work at GameStop and why he's quitting and stuff like that. There's a couple different things, so they're not paying enough. I remember back when I first started working, like after I graduated high school and stuff like that, I went to go look at a GameStop like job posting and stuff like that to like see how much they paid, how much it be or whatever. They were paying $8 an hour. Are you kidding me? Now, I think they think that a lot of people want to work there because it's like a game environment, so they don't pay people a lot, which sucks. A lot of people would do anything to work with games and stuff. At first, I was going to school for game design, so what they were telling me is like, oh, get a job at GameStop so you could see like all the stuff that they do and stuff like that. When I saw they were paying $8 an hour, it's like I could get paid more at a grocery store. Are you kidding me? And that's what actually happened. I ended up just going to a grocery store. But still, $8 an hour is crazy, especially because usually it's only like one, maybe two people in the store at a time. Every time I see a GameStop employee, they just look miserable. I know they have to deal with like a lot of stuff with customers coming in and like trading in stuff and stuff like that, and then GameStop doesn't give you a lot of money for trade-ins whatsoever, but then they want to sell the games for like 5 times more than what they're giving people. Maybe they should focus on that and stop trying to focus on trading cards, because I don't think they're gonna have that good of luck anyway with the trading cards. It's actually crazy that they're thinking about going to trading cards. Very insane, but hey, what can we do? I hope they get their priorities in check.